this is the tough part. Legitimately, whether you're a Caleb Williams guy or a Justin Fields guy, nobody is a Luke Getsy. No. It's just like, don't you bring in a new quarterback on that? But no, I do think that, like Joel said, on the pivot on this, right? What is the most important position in the draft that the Bears need besides quarterback? Because there's a ton of positions that in this draft, to me, I think the Bears can literally attack everything in the draft, especially if they get a draft haul and get a couple of picks for this week, or for this year, I should say. Like, this is, everybody keeps going, what kind of, oh, Joe, are you down there, Joe? There you are. That was creepy on that side. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that's kind of wild.
Hey, howdy ho, Wilson. But no, I think that, like, if you're looking at this draft, like, everybody keeps going, what kind of draft is this? What is the strength of this draft?
Yeah.
Offensive lineman,
quarterback,
defensive lineman, wide receiver.
Couple receivers,
linebacker. Like this,
is there linebackers?
There's a strength and 3 techniques for sure as well. Like, there's a strength at almost every position of need for the Chicago Bears in this draft, and so it's really kind of a pick your poison kind of mindset as you go through here.
Yeah, I think for me, if we're talking about one position to improve, I think with the Bears having the first pick, if they don't get rid of it, I absolutely think you need to go somebody opposite Darnell Wright, because as much as I like Marvin Harrison Jr., I don't think it's not that I don't think he's a first round talent before y'all go killing me. I just don't think that they're gonna take a wide receiver one. I don't think they're going to take.
You're going to trade down.
Listen. It's very simple.
And to me, I think if they go Joe Alt or Olu Fashanu, I think that'll be the right pick at one, because really nobody knows. But I think you've hit on Darnell Wright, so I think why not continue that? You've already got the fifth best rushing attack in the league. Add on to that. That basically keeps Justin protected and clean, and you can keep building onto some things with this offense, because the defense already is improved, and we know that Poles will be able to obviously make some moves in the offseason once it gets started to keep improving that unit.
I think if they did one thing, and the crazy thing is all this first round, all these picks, the crazy thing is right here is this Red Sea right here.
Hey, yo.
If you improve just the center position and improve the running game overall, that means that you can run the ball more effectively. That means you can keep the defense fresh. We've lived through this. Most of us, most of this group was around when we had the 05-06 Lovey Bears. Yeah. Why did this team get old? Because our offense couldn't stay off the field, because they kept throwing the ball away.
Yeah.
And our line wasn't, it was good, but we had a bad quarterback play. But the offense, if we can keep the offense and run the ball more, we don't have Tommy Harris ripping his hamstring off of his bone. We don't lose Mike Brown because we keep getting these turnovers all the time, and the defense is back on the field getting tired. So if we can because you don't need a center, you can center in like the second round.
Yeah, I would say you probably look at second or third round for a center. So you're not looking first round.
Everything else is a bonus. If we fix the center position, of course, I want the left tackle too, and I want the 3 tech. I would say center, 3 technique, left tackle are my top 3. Those are my top 3 positions to address.
Listen. Hey, and by the way, to that point, Joel. Hey, Pat, how many years do you get with an elite defense?
About 3. About 3.
I always said that when I came in. It's about 3 to 4.
You get about 3 or 4. Yeah, you're not getting 10-year long defenses, bro. Like the defenses that do that.
Absolutely.
You find very key pieces that just are very durable, and then you just keep putting dudes around them that they keep making better, right? Like you think about the Steelers, and it's just like there's a bunch of dudes that came in and out of there, but at the core of it, I had Troy Polamalu.
Yeah.
Like how many, you know what I mean? Like how many
the anchor of your team.
Yeah. Right? Like how many safeties did that team have because Ryan Clark was murdering himself basically every week on that team.
I see Muck, my man Muck the general. Aye, general, baby. The problem with Braxton Jones is he's average or good.
He's average.
But when we need that pass block and he's not getting bull rushed and getting knocked back, we need that because that affects Justin's timing. We need the center that can hike the ball and not hike it over his head.
Yeah.
That, like we have whole like I want Jenkins on the right side.
And that's something a lot of people don't think about, right? Like when you look at Justin and how long plays take to develop, nobody takes into account he's got to wait for the ball to get to him.
Yeah, the snap,
on how many play, right? Like if it takes a second off of the play, that's a second that play is off rhythm.
Yeah. So you telling me you don't want to do it from Alabama?
Listen, I don't know what that snap was, bro.
Drew wants a D-line center receiver. Yeah, I mean, it's to me.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, and I think that it's the one thing that a lot of people don't look at is these modern era receivers do make quarterbacks' lives so much easier because it is kind of just I can close my eyes and throw it up. To me, that's a Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't think you can go past Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't think you can let him get past you. I think the Bears still have some draft capital, and they'll be, if you do move back, they'll have enough draft capital to keep building the team out.
But Pat, they said this about Jalen Carter last year.
Jalen Carter.
Jalen Carter was, generational defensive tackle.
Well, the thing is, if you bring Jalen Carter into this defense, Jalen Carter is the piece.
My point is
that's the problem, right?
Yeah, but
on this offense, Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't the piece. DJ Moore's still your number one wide receiver. Marvin Harrison Jr. on this team is the guy that alleviates the pressure off of DJ Moore. He's the guy that he's the T. Higgins. I don't like Jalen Carter last year didn't make sense to me because I'm looking on the rest of the defensive line and I'm like, so who's good though? Like, who do we feel confident about? Like, who's the, like, we came into this season, we were talking about Andrew Billings. I was like, this is Andrew Billings' best season.
Yeah.
I was like, solid. He's solid. Like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's amazing.
Right.
I think even the thing with that, right? I mean, I wasn't opposed to the Bears getting Jalen Carter, but I'd have been cool. I also said when the Eagles got him, I mean, the Bears didn't have any vets. Really on
the team hasn't changed. I mean, they still got. It's more about the point I'm making is that they're going to scout the right players to fit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I feel way more confident in their scouting department, minus the wide receiver room.
Hey, listen, that's why I'm saying just go get the guy.
You're
never going to be able to find the sneaky one.
The way that works is if we trade, I don't want to take that receiver that high and we could get a haul. Like you're saying that because the whole point is that you take him like that at number 1 or 2 or whatever, at number 1, which is not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now he has to like, you have to justify that number 1 pick. He didn't come here to be the understudy to DJ Moore. We are now a vertical passing offense. And when it's negative 20 degrees in December and January, when we got home field advantage, those dudes aren't there. We got to run the ball in the wintertime. So it's like you got to think about
he's playing at Ohio
State. He does block.
He's playing at Ohio State, so he's used to the cold. And hopefully we're in a dome. So
but I'm saying that in terms of the whole team, I understand. All I'm saying is that we can get a haul. If we're able to go down to 5 and take him, great.
Yeah, I think 5 is where I want to go because you know who I want.
We had a conversation.
Hey, let me get Dexter up off for you, my boy.
It's a win-win.
Let me get Dexter up off for you. I get MHJ.
Win-win.
Hey, here's the part that would suck. We would trade the pick to the Giants. They would give us Dexter, and then they would take MHJ with the first overall pick.
and bro,
I'd be pissed. I'd be pissed, bro. I'd be like, why did I give you the first overall pick?
Quarterback and receiver.
Why did I give you the first overall pick?
Bro, where's my horn? Dun, 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 dun,
right. I don't know if I got that one on there.
Hey, but real quick, because I do got a question for y'all. So with this kind of being like a quarterback,
that's what I got.
centric draft, and because Jalen Daniels' stock is rising. JJ McCarthy's stock, if Michigan wins, depending on how he does, it's probably gonna rise too. Like, are y'all comfortable with getting rid of Justin, going down to 5, and possibly? It's not a case.
We need to keep. There's no need to move.
Jalen Daniels will suffice.
We're not. No. The discussion wasn't Justin Fields. It's the other.
Yeah,
positions.
we're not talking
No,
quarterback right now.
Well, we don't need to move
I
from
get
Justin
what
Fields.
Ringo's saying.
Yeah,
He's saying move on from the
yeah.
QB to allow. By the way, big shout out to Mitch Osborne out here. Big
Jeez,
money
what's
Mitch.
up, Mitch? Yeah,
Money
big
Mitch,
money.
Maserati
Money.
Mitch
Hey,
out here.
Hey, I got a Mitch jersey.
Hey, big money Mitch.
Does that say Holt on the back?
No, it's a Trubisky jersey.
Oh, that's
Oh,
gross.
okay.
You actually have a Trubisky
Well,
jersey.
it was a free one and it was laying around. So I'm like, I'll wear it.
I do like this situation as well. I'm not
Get
gonna lie. I
disgruntled.
literally said, can we just go like fleece the rest of the defensive line from Washington?
So get disgruntled Jonathan Allen from the Commanders and trade back with them, plus their second and our second. Then trade back with the Pats and grab MHJ with the third pick. Trade up if needed to grab one of the left tackles. Make sure you grab Jackson Powell. Who's that? Jackson Power? So he wants us to take – we trade our number one to go down to – what's our pick again? What's the Commanders pick?
Commanders are right now.
7 or 8.
Hold on, Joe. We know there it is.
I beat you. Okay. 2. So go to 1 to 2. But see, the problem is you can't trade. That pick is not as valuable.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Multiple trades is just something we haven't brought up. That is an opportunity. That is an option. He was saying, yeah, that's why I thought the center from Oregon, Jackson Power.
Oh,
that
Jackson
is an option.
Power. Okay, yeah. Well,
Because
we could probably get him in the second round.
I'm just saying, right? It like you're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna move back. Like that's a real option there where you say, okay, we're gonna go back to the Commanders, we're gonna get a piece from them. Maybe then you move back to the Giants because the Giants want to move. Because here's the thing, and this is why this is actually a good idea, and it's probably something we need to do a smaller video on, or just do it right now and then we could clip it up.
What are you going to do today, Brain?
Right. I think that the situation of trading back multiple times is one that people haven't thought about, because here's the issue. If I trade back to 2 with Washington and they take Caleb Williams, all right, Washington's got Caleb Williams. They have their quarterback. What's the next name?
It's Drake May. Drake May.
May.
So then we trade down.
Now everybody's sitting there panicking, and they're like, "Oh, it's just Drake. Drake May's at 2. Hold on, now I gotta move up because I don't know if Michael Penix is Drake May. I don't know if Jaden Daniels is Drake May."
That's the Jets.
Now you start to get people panicking. You get people panicking. That allows you to continue to move back and continue to get more picks, possibly more players. Maybe you rebuild this whole defense with a bunch of young. I don't want no players off of the Patriots.
Quinn and Williams.
They just paid him. That's not.
That's not to mean anything. They win 6 in. He didn't win them any games.
Literally just paid him.
They want a quarterback. Quinn and
Williams. They're not.
Hey, they riding it out with A-Rod, baby. Here we go. Super Bowl or bust.
No, but it makes sense for them to draft a quarterback so they can have him sit behind A-Rod for like a year or 2.
Because it ain't gonna be Zach Wilson. I'll tell you that much. It's not gonna be Zach Wilson.
But
I think that the double trade back is a scenario we haven't thought, and it's probably the scenario that Ryan Poles is looking at and just going, yes, thank you for all of your picks. You know what I mean? Like that to me is a scenario that the Bears come out winning in that, because like I said the other day, this is not a draft where everybody feels all the quarterbacks are the same. This is not a draft where everybody feels all of the quarterbacks are at the same level. There is Caleb Williams. There is Drake May. Maybe Michael Penix moving his name in there, but I think Michael Penix is more of just a top 10 guy than he is a top 2 guy. That gap there is going to have people panicking to get to 2.
Also, I was going to say what Baki, I was thinking what Baki just said about, the combine, once it comes in, there's going to be draft rises just like Anthony Richardson last year, where it was like
Jaden Daniels is going to be the one that probably rises up.
Yeah, he's already a Heisman winner. We're talking about a guy where it's like, oh, we didn't see these measurables from this guy that didn't get it really looked at. Like there might be somebody else, but there might be someone else that really climbs up. But I do think the draft is kind of set. It's about 4 or 5 quarterbacks, which is beautiful for us because that means we can definitely, to your point, that means if we trade the 2, that means we're getting a lot of day 1, like 2nd, 3rd, and the 5th round and next year's whatever. If we trade down to like 8, now we're talking about getting number ones for the next couple of years.
Yeah.
You know, that type of deal. So
I think what it is to me is like I think it's kind of like what Pat said, right? Like whatever the Bears do at 1, if they go down to 2, 5, or whatever, how much like how good is Drake May really for y'all to be panicking? Because to me, the way I see it, I'm looking at if it's me,